I don't think being alone is as bad as people make it seem. Honestly, I've been thinking about it lately and I feel like being alone might actually be one of the best things for you. I feel like we grow up thinking that, like being alone is a bad thing. Like if you're by yourself too much, like something is wrong, like you're missing something. But I don't think that's true. Like I think a lot of us is just used to like having noise around us. Like people texting, calling, always being around friends, always have something going on. It just it just feels uncomfortable. But that uncomfortable feeling is like where something real starts happening. Because when you're alone, like there's nothing to distract you anymore. Like it's just you, your thoughts, and your feelings. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like that's not easy. Like there's times you sit there and you just like overthink everything. Like you replay conversations, you question things. Like you just start seeing stuff like you didn't notice before. But I started realizing like it's actually the point. Like being alone actually forces you to understand yourself. You start really figuring out what you really like, what you don't like, like what you tolerate, like what you shouldn't tolerate. You start seeing your patterns, like your habits, your mindset. And when you're around people, like you really don't get that chance. Like you're distracted, you're influenced, and it's like, you move based on everything around you. But when it's just you, it's like, you just start becoming more aware. And I think that's where like people get mixed up. They think being alone means being lonely, but I don't think it's the same thing. You can be around people and still feel alone. You could be by yourself and feel at peace. It all depends on how you see it. I feel like being alone gives you space, like it gives you space to think, it gives you space to heal. I also feel like it gives you space to grow. And it's like a lot of people avoid that because it's uncomfortable. But I think growth is always uncomfortable. You're not gonna become like a better version of yourself if you're always distracted. So like if you're in a place where you feel like you're by yourself a lot, don't look at it like something is wrong. I feel like you should look at it like you've been given time. Time to work on yourself, time to understand yourself, time to like become stronger mentally. Because like the person you become when nobody's around, that's the real you. And if you can like learn to be okay in that space, if you can learn to like be at peace with yourself, it might be exactly what you need. But let me know if you ever felt that way.